Welcome back. This is Mrs. RRubright with Advanced Geometry. Today's lesson is 11.3 to 11.4 quiz review. Alright, so our first problem on our quiz review. Find the area of the regular polygon. What kind of regular polygon is this?
Pentagon.
It is a pentagon. It is five-sided. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to draw one of the 5 triangles that we can inside of this regular pentagon. So, 360 degrees divided by 5 equal triangles is 72 degrees per triangle. Divide that in half, and we get 36 degrees. So I'm going to drop down an altitude, an apothem, and I'm going to put 36 degrees right in here. All right, so if this base is 20, half of 20 is 10. So this is what we know so far. We know that this is 17, we know that this is 10, and we know that this is 36 degrees. So to find the area of a polygon, the area of a polygon is going to be 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter, or the area of this triangle, right? The area of the triangle, 1/2 base times height, times 5 of them. Well, the perimeter, that base times 5 is the perimeter, so it's actually the same exact formula. So 1/2 base times height. The base of the triangle is 20. The height, or the apothem, we need to find out, and the perimeter is going to be 20 times 5. 20 times 5 is 100. Okay? So we need to know this height. We need adjacent. We have opposite. So that's going to be tan. Tan of 36 degrees equals opposite over adjacent, our apothem. So I multiply by A on both sides, and then I can divide out the tan 36 on both sides, which basically just makes the tan 36 and the A switch places. So our A equals 10 divided by tan 36. So that's going to be 10 divided by tan 36. At this point, I pick up my calculator. And I do 10 divided by 36, tan button, equals, times 100, times 20, divided by 2. And I get 1,000. Oh, no, that's not 1,000. That's 13,763.82. Did I do something wrong? I totally did something wrong. Let's see. Let's find our error. So 1/2 our apothem times our perimeter. Our perimeter is definitely 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, correct?
Yeah.
So that part's good. So our perimeter is good. We got this checked. We have the 1/2, our apothem, and oh, that's it. I put 20 here, guys. Why did I put 20 here? Because I was thinking of the other formula. 1/2 base times height times 5 triangles, right? This part's, I duplicated that. You can't do that twice. 1/2 apothem times perimeter. You either do your 1/2 base times height times 5 of them, or you do the perimeter, because 20 times 5 is 100. Don't do 20 twice. So, once again, 10 divided by 36 tan equals times 100 equals, divide by 2, and this time, when I didn't accidentally use my base twice, I got 688.19. 688.19. Are we good? Does it make sense? Your answers might be slightly off, depending on if you chose to use tan versus maybe you wanted to use adjacent and hypotenuse, which would have been cosine. So you might have it slightly off if you chose to use cosine instead of tan, and that's okay as long as you're close. So if you use cosine, you would have gotten like 687.4, which is very close. All right, sorry about that error. So be very careful. You either have to go with 1/2 AP or find the area of the triangle times 5. But don't accidentally use that base twice because, yeah, that's easy to do, clearly. So Find the area of the regular polygon. So this one is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-sided. 8-sided is a octagon. Okay, so we're going to look at one of these triangles of the octagon, right? One of these. So 360 degrees divided by 8. 360 divided by 8 is going to give me 45. Divide that in half to look at one of these triangles. And that little triangle right there, to make it a little bigger, is 22.5. With a side, with a hypotenuse of 25. Right? We're looking at just this right here. All right. So, the area, 1/2 apothum times perimeter. So we need to know what is our apothum and what is our perimeter. Let's get the apothum first. So we have adjacent and what? Hypotenuse. So cosine. Cosine of 22.5 equals adjacent, our apothum, over our hypotenuse. Multiply by 25 on both sides, and you get that 25 cosine 22.5 equals our apothum. So 1/2 apothum times perimeter. All right, so now let's get our perimeter. Our perimeter, we need this base right here. All right, so we have opposite, we need opposite, we have hypotenuse. Opposite and hypotenuse is sine. Sine of 22.5 equals our opposite over our hypotenuse. So 25 sine 22.5 is this part of the base right here. But we need double that for the whole base, right? So times 2. What is 25 times 2? 50. And then if we wanted the whole perimeter, we have to multiply that by what?
8.
By 8. And 50 times 8? 400. So now we're going to say 400 sine 22.5. So now we're going to use our calculator. 22.5 sine times 400 equals store 1. 22.5 cosine times 25 equals times recall 1 equals divide by 2 equals, and I got 1,767.77. We good? Find the probability that a randomly chosen point in the figure lies in the shaded region. So we want this. This is what we want. Probability is what we want out of everything. So the area of a circle with a diameter of 3. Area of a circle is pi r squared. What is my radius? 1.5 squared pi is what I want. The area of the shaded circle, the small shaded circle. Out of everything, what is the radius of everything, of the large circle? So 5 squared pi, pi r squared. The pi's cancel each other out. 1.5 squared divided by 25 equals 0.09. 0.09. And 0.09 as a fraction, move your decimal over 2 places to get rid of the decimal, would be 9 over 100. So you have 0.09, which is 9 over 100, which as a percentage, move 2 places towards the percent sign and add the percent sign. That is 9%. So you have a 9% chance that it will be inside of this shaded region. And our last problem, find the probability that a randomly chosen point in the figure lies in the shaded region. So we need to know what we want, shaded region. What we want is shaded out of everything. So it's what you want out of everything. So shaded out of everything. So what is shaded? Well, shaded would be the rectangle minus the, what's that other shape? Rectangle minus trapezoid. All over rectangle, right? Rectangle minus trapezoid all over rectangle. All right, so what is our rectangle? That would be 8 times 5.
40.
And 8 times 5 is 40. What is our trapezoid? 1/2 the height times the sum of the bases. 1/2, what is the height of the trapezoid? 2. And the bases, we have 3 and 5. All right, so 3 plus 5? 8. And 2 divided by 2 is 1, it's gone, so 8. 40 minus 8, 32. Add a 40 is going to give me 0.8, which is 80%. So 0.8, 80%, or this actually reduces to 4/5. 8 goes in here 4 times, 8 goes in here 5 times. So 4/5, 0.8, 80%. And that is everything on your quiz. Your quiz is going to be 11.3 to 11.4. Good luck studying and have a great night.